We are back at the gym and I have some very exciting news. In July, I'm going to break a world record. I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. But if you do want me to break it, get yourself some LHBK merch. Rumor has it, for every piece of merch bought, there's a 5% increased likelihood of me breaking the world record. We only need 20 pieces for it to be a 100% guarantee. Please help me out. Check out the link in the description and let's find out what I'm doing. For those of you who follow this sport closely, you're probably wondering why I said July. Because today we're deadlifting. Shaw Classic isn't until August, and that's a raw deadlift, and we have September World Deadlift Champs. So you're probably coming to the conclusion, and we're not breaking a deadlift world record. July is the Royal Albert Hall. I'm gonna leave you on a cliffhanger there. We'll finish up deadlifts. Next exercise is gonna be directly related to my world record. Feel free to guess in the comments what you think that might be. Yeah, really what I'm thinking is when I'm down, see that's engaged, that's relaxed. Engaged, relaxed. It's really as simple as that. I'm thinking to get my feet anchored into the floor by spreading it apart, similar to a squat. The difficult part is when I engage my hips off the ground, it doesn't feel stronger off the ground, but it feels a lot stronger from here up. And so if I can build the neural pattern, then I think it'll be better off overall. No problemo. Hi, I would like some more weight, please. Hi, can I please have second helpings of weights? Thank you. Let's talk a little bit about axle and how that changes from a barbell. Axle is substantially harder for two reasons. One, it's incredibly stiff. So even though normal barbell doesn't have that much give, it helps tremendously. Two, obviously it's thicker. Now that has two components to it. One, it's harder to get your hands around. You don't get the same feel for the bar. And it's naturally gonna be half an inch further away from your body because it's thicker. All of those things make for a lot of challenges. Now, with the axle, thick, stiff bar, starting from the floor is always gonna be the most difficult part. Technique changes you have to make when floor is particularly challenging to break that you could apply to your normal deadlifts if you struggle off the floor. We wanna bring those feet in, we wanna point the toes forward, and we wanna bring the hands in. This is gonna give you more pop from your quads off the floor. Your life is gonna be much easier. At lockout, it's going to be difficult. You're gonna have to make up for that because naturally, if your feet are close, your toes are forward, you push your knees forward, your hips are gonna sit down a little bit more, almost like a coil. When you're coiled, the bar will get to your knees. Since they're pushed forward, naturally the bar is gonna drift forward slightly, and you gotta work that bar back into your thighs. So it's definitely a happy medium. The second thing, and this is my favorite cue for deadlifting, when we think about lats and tight lats, well, think about when you're doing a pullover. If you do a pullover to failure, you're gonna start to round your shoulders and internally rotate your arms. Your lats attach on your lower back. They insert on the front side of your humerus. It goes around your armpit, attaches up here, meaning that they'll perform this motion when you tighten them. Okay? Meaning that shoulder blades forward, like you're reaching down to the bar, is going to be particularly useful. Bringing shoulder blades forward will also free up some of your thoracic vertebrae to round. Rounding your thoracic vertebrae is safe, effective, and is no problem, and can help you tremendously if you have difficulty off the ground. Now, to the counterpoint, people who struggle at lockout often flex their thoracic vertebrae too much. And then you're all folded up and you need to somehow uncurl your spine. This is not a position we want to be into. So all happy mediums. Hopefully you guys can take some away from that. If you want more deadlift guidance, check out the link in the description for the deadlift peaking plan, the one that I used to pull 475 kilos. Is this you? Because it really shouldn't be. While it's normalized, pelvic floor dysfunction is not a normal thing. Two things. One, go ahead, check out Free Guide to Core Bracing, men and women, useful for both. Two, head out, see a pelvic floor physio. Your life will be infinitely better. I promise you this is normalized, but it's not normal and you don't have to live that way. Final chance, guess in the comments, world record in July at the Royal Albert Hall. Where do you think it could be? Give you a little hint. We've got the axle. We're about to put it on some pads. The world record axle clean and press is 217 kilos. I missed out at Worlds by a little bit. My hands were destroyed. I have done it before. I know that I can do it. We're gonna train and I'm gonna be fit and ready. Those of you who are coming to Royal Albert Hall, I will break the axle world record and you will have the evening of your lives. This is Iron Bibby's record. So that is what I'm gunning for. And hopefully him and I can have a rematch sometime later in the year where we try to break a new world record. Fingers crossed, but you'll see plenty of that in training going forward. Drop in the comments if you think I'm gonna be able to do it. Hands are 100%, I feel good, I feel strong. I think it's a really fun goal. At the moment, I don't think I have anything that I would consider like a real world record, one that I could sort of stamp my name to. And whilst it's not a huge deal to me, I think it is cool just to be able to say that at one point in time, I did something that no one in history could have ever done. So I'll try to do that. I got a couple of like smaller world records, but this one will be something that I can tell my great grandchildren about when I'm washed, arthritic, and in a wheelchair. So you know why I'm in this wheelchair? Because I voluntarily chose to ruin my body because enough people cheered for me. Get used to the movement again. Not crazy weight, just work on that explosiveness and the timing. If you reef on it like a deadlift, it just does not do things for you. It sort of gets you out of position. It's almost like fully tension the body, start to lift, and then when the bar is starting to come off the ground, that's when you can launch into it. I don't understand how guys, like, they just full row it onto themselves. I don't understand. Full upper body row of like 200 kilos. I think being in the world of strength sports, I take such a different appreciation to certain things where like a fan will be impressed if like you complete a lift. But sometimes I'm equally impressed by how people fail lifts. Like Pablo Nakanishi was the best example ever. Watching him do things, it was like the most inefficient way I've ever seen anything get done ever. And somehow he hung with the best in the world. Like literally like lifting Atlas stones like you're like picking up a toddler. Absolutely. If he was at 100%, he could hone it in, he would be a major problem for a lot of people. Throwback to the infamous frog press at the Arnold in 2022, my first Arnold win. He cleans the Austrian oak, 195 kilos. It's on his chest. He dips, stands up, and strict presses it. Like literally sort of like, dips sort of like that. But there's no point at all to the dip. It literally just, I could never do that, never. And really my goal, I'm just trying to hit my sternum every time. Hit the sternum drop. We're doing some rows for the boys. It's just accessory work for deadlifts. I like to go wide grip when I do this if I'm thinking about deadlifting, because that to me feels more similar to sort of the pullover motion that you would use to deadlift well and to tighten up the lats. After this, we're gonna kick on to some biceps, accessory work. Project bicep. I saw someone saying my arms have gotten bigger. Appreciate you. Trying hard. There's a lot of hot people at the gym today. And every time I look in the mirror, they're staring at me. And I just want it to stop. What? What? Leave me alone. Enough. I've always had higher body fat. I remember back in high school, I wanted a bicep vein so bad. I had really small biceps, relatively high fat, so like, it wasn't really happening. But finally, we're getting there. Oh shit. Oh, that hurts. Ah. Oh. Oh. Is it sunny today? Oh. Oh. Wipe off your equipment, folks. Always wipe off your equipment. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please click the notification bell. We need a lot more people to do that. Stay tuned for the next video. Let us know what you want to see. Pop in the comments and wish me luck for the Axel world record. By the end of the year, could I be the first person to put a 500-pound Axel over my head? Wish me luck. We'll see how it goes. I'll train hard and I'll keep smiling while I do it. As per always, lift heavy, be kind. Merch link in the description, and we'll catch you next video.